Different companies are facing different challenges as to why they're not succeeding. And some companies have a bucket load of successful salespeople, and they actually need to, ramp up their delivery or really address their processes. I needed to address the very specific challenge that Siemens Advanta North America had. And the easy answer is we don't have enough projects. When we get a hold of a project, we knock it out of the park. We've got customer reviews like you wouldn't believe. They're fantastic. What we don't have is enough projects. And so I'm not going to say sales is always the answer, but it certainly was the answer to our challenge. And so I needed to be relentless in my focus in elevating sales. And yes, this position was a huge part of that because I can't just say, we need sales, go make them. The sales team will say, and how would you like me to do that? And I say, hey, actually, I've hired this position, the director of sales enablement. She is going to be in charge of making sure that you are supported. She is going to be the liaison between sales, finance, and legal. She's making it all run smoothly. And now this is a model for Siemens Advanta globally. This position has grown and evolved over the past 3 years. We have proven wins and successes. We have new streamlined processes. We have a system in between sales, finance, and legal that is so tight and intertwined and connected that other businesses are saying, how do we drive this in our own businesses? And so the position has borne itself out and shown everybody, why it's so valuable. And then, of course, the most important thing is that the sales team feels supported and feels proud of driving and continually winning sales and feels supported when they fail as well. And so when you've got that strong, confident team, guess what? They win more.
We've sort of seen how the strategy has evolved to be where it is. What is the potential for growth in this current environment?
We have what I could call an infinite market. The market that we entered 5 years ago was huge, and there was no dominant player. And specifically, what I'm saying is we're talking about digital transformation services, right? And especially for a company like us, now Siemens is huge, but the startup of Siemens Advanta is relatively small. So for a company like us, uh, the market and its opportunities far outstrip our resources. And the market is fragmented and still 5 years later, still fragmented with no dominant player. The greatest share of this digital transformation services market is held by Accenture at 4%. 4. And so again, you're talking about a huge, unlimited, and somewhat unaddressed, certainly not dominated market. So again, you're saying the opportunities are limitless. The need is infinite. What is the very best way to approach and win in this market? And number one, it's you've got to have a portfolio that you are absolutely confident that you can deliver. We have to move from we can do anything to we specifically do these 5 things incredibly well. What are they? And how do we articulate them in a simple, comprehensive, coherent way to the customer? We cannot dance around with all of the possibilities. It's overwhelming. You can't understand it. It's not addressing what the customer wants to hear. You need to be simple, direct, and focused. So that's first, right? You need a portfolio that we're confident that we can win in. We need an infrastructure designed to support sales and to grow our pipeline. We talked about this. And we now have this team of innovators ready to drive customer transformation. So how do we take this? We've got the portfolio we know we can deliver. We've got the infrastructure set up to prioritize and support sales. We've got the innovators ready to drive results for the customers. What do we do next? And the question is scale. What's the way for us to achieve scale? I see two ways. One, leveraging the power of Siemens. First and foremost, we are Siemens. We are something new and different in that Siemens constellation. Siemens has never before had a dedicated professional services team that was not tied to any product. And even just that takes something for Siemens to wrap its brain around. It takes something for our customers to wrap their brain around. I'm not here to install your Siemens systems. Yes, I can do that. Yes, okay. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to help you solve your hardest problems. What are your toughest challenges? We've both got the strategic consultants to develop the strategy around how to solve it, and then we have the engineers to come in and actually implement that solution. And so first, right, is to say this is a new concept for Siemens, this is a new concept for our customers. So we are something new and different, which is exciting. It's an absolute unique selling proposition in the market. There's really nothing similar out there that brings the brand credibility and tech stack of a company like Siemens to the digital transformation space. So, super, that unique selling proposition.